I'm going to talk to you today about how to take pictures at night. Like the title on Ray Charles' album, nighttime is the right time. Sometimes photography at night is right, while other times it is wrong. Photography at night has its special challenges. Nevertheless, digital photography is possible at night. To photograph at night, you need subjects that are suitable for night photography. Some of these subjects are astronomy, moving lights, nocturnal animals, and outdoor concerts. On digital cameras, dials are symbols that represent night photography. Usually these symbols are stars just to the right of the human figures. By turning the dials to these symbols, you make the first digital camera adjustment for night photography. You must place your digital camera on a tripod for astronomical photos at night. In fact, you must do this for all other aforementioned subjects because of the long exposure times on the camera. Your celestial subjects can be the moon, gibbous full of half and quarter, planets, stars, meteor showers, and comets. Of course, you must check almanacs and other sources to see when these events occur. The chief difficulties for astronomical night photography are times, weather, and exposure times. Usually you will need to be outside early in the morning when the sky is still dark, around 2 to 4 a.m. depending on where you live, or you may have clearer skies to get reasonably sharp photos with digital cameras. Exposure times will rarely be less than 1 minute. Of course, the weather can change during digital camera exposures. Clouds can pass in front of your subjects, thereby ruining your photographs. Photographing nocturnal animals is slightly less difficult than photographing celestial objects. However, depending on the nocturnal animals, these subjects can threaten bodily harm. Bears, mountain lions, leopards are especially dangerous. You must set up where nocturnal animals appear. Hide yourself in these areas, remain there for long periods, and photograph quietly. Nonetheless, nocturnal animals do not need to hear you to discover your presence. They can detect human scents. Outdoor night concerts usually end before midnight. However, licensing restrictions may prevent you from getting these kind of photos. You cannot sneak these photos because you must use a tripod and be close enough to get in detail. Both of these criteria will bring attention to you and get your digital camera taken away. The last subject, taking moving light pictures at night, is easy. One procedure involves you moving in relation to the lights. The other is when the lights themselves are moving. When utility companies turn on the street lights, walk towards them. You should have previously placed your digital camera on the bulb setting. You must experiment with different exposure times to get good photos. Your walking motions, which will be up and down, will create interesting light patterns. If you want night photos in which the light themselves move, it's a simple procedure to place your digital camera on a vehicle's dashboard. As previously stated, you must have set the camera to the bulb setting, and yet again, you must experiment with different seconds of exposures. Driving towards the lights, which can be lights bordering streets and or vehicle taillights, will produce jagged light streaks as your vehicle and other vehicles pass over the road bumps. These are just some ways to take some interesting pictures at night, and hopefully they'll help you increase the ability to take photographs at night, because most of the time when you take pictures at night, if you use the automatic settings, it's usually not going to work very well unless you're on a tripod or have a really good camera. You will have to play around with the exposure times and other things on your camera to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for.